Hi guys, welcome to the fifth and last one of my videos in which I teach you how to snatch by dividing the lift in segments. In this video, we are finally adding the component of the snatch from the floor. So we are adding what's called in weightlifting language the first pull. So we have already established our snatch grip. We've learned on how to pull ourselves under the barbell, and we've learned on how to accelerate the barbell upwards by jumping and how to connect the two. So since the barbell usually rests on the floor, we need to learn how to get ourselves into the position to the knees as if we were lowering the barbell on our knees from our standing height. So we're going to take the barbell, take our snatch grip, and we're going to bend in both hips and knees to lower the barbell at approximately half of the shin. What is important is here that how much are you going to bend in knees? And hips will primarily depend on your limb segment length. There are no one-size-fits-all rule on how much you should bend in hips and knees. It will primarily depend on your limb segment length and also on your strength. So someone who is more quad dominant, who has stronger anterior leg, will find it much more comfortable to start with greater knee bend, while someone who is more posterior chain dominant will find it much easier to start with a greater hip bend. So for me, I kind of find the position in which my hips are slightly below 90 degrees as the most optimal. But there are actually a few general rules which essentially everyone follows in their starting position, aka the position from the floor, is that their shoulders are above the barbell or just slightly in front. Then the knees are in front of the barbell, and toes are usually turned somewhat to the side. And from this position, we're gonna initiate the first pull. And what we want to do in the first pull is to keep our hips closed, aka to keep our shoulders above the barbell. So what I mean by that is I'm going to show you from the side. So we establish our starting position. So my shoulders are above the barbell. When I initiate the lift, I need to keep the shoulders above the barbell and only extend the knees. So this will be the correct, and this will be incorrect. See how my shoulders are traveling back because I'm opening the hips, and essentially that's not what we want to do. So once again, establish our starting position. We open our knees. So keep hips, legs, open your knees. Also, what is really important is to push your whole foot into the floor. Since knee extension is what is primarily lifting the barbell, people sometimes tend to shift towards their heels. So they think about extending the knees, but they get pulled backward and their toes lift up. And this is not what we want to do. We want to obtain whole foot balance, hips closed, and only extend the knees. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do a few reps of the first pull, and then we're going to connect it with what we have learned before. So we're going to establish our starting position. We're going to do 3 times first pull. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to connect it with the jump from the knees and pulling on the hip. So I'm going to show you how the full lift from the floor looks like. So we're going to establish our snatch grip, starting position, and go. Once again. And now I'm going to do 3 times first pull, and then I'm going to do jump from the knees. So, 1, 2, 3. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me in my last video in my snatch manual series, when I teach you how to snatch by dividing the lift into segments.